Hello and welcome. My name's Sissy and I'm Timothy's widow. I would like to say welcome to 2024 and Happy New Year. But for those of us grieving the loss of a spouse or loved one, those words do seem kind of empty and hollow. We, the grieving spouse, are beginning to move through a new year without our loved one. And our world can certainly feel like an unpredictable and daunting place. Not only are we dealing with the emotional weight of our loss and navigating our grief journey, we're also trying to get through the practical challenges of life. One of those challenges is navigating the financial landscape. For many of us, it was something that our loved one managed. And now, we find ourselves trying to master the art. But don't worry, creating a budget really isn't that hard. I'm here with you, so get your cup of coffee and a notebook, and let's start walking you through Budgeting 101. Before we begin, let's run through a list of things that you'll need to get well on your way to budgeting. Number 1, a spreadsheet or pen and paper. Now, I know there are a lot of apps and software out there, but I prefer and have always preferred what we would call the DIY or do-it-yourself approach. Years ago, when I first started working, my original budgeting process was pen and paper. Then it moved to index cards, and eventually the process began to use the much-loved spreadsheet Excel. What I'm going to show you today can be used both ways or in a combination, whichever is more comfortable for you. Using pen and paper or a spreadsheet doesn't really require much of a learning curve like you might have with some digital tools. This can be especially comforting to those of you who are not tech-savvy or prefer simplicity. And that can be very helpful right now, especially if you are in the beginning of your grief journey. The pen and paper method is portable and can be carried with you always, anywhere, anytime. Pen and paper or index cards can be kept with you daily and then used to transfer items to your spreadsheet at the end of the day or at the end of the week. It's also convenient if you don't have consistent access to digital devices. For me, the experience of writing has always been therapeutic, and the method that I'm going to show you today also offers sensory engagement, like writing. This sensory engagement can actually help ground us during our grief journey. It also gives us the ability for creativity, customization, flexibility, and adjustability. Budgeting can help you identify both your necessary spending and your frivolous or impulse spending, and it can help you target areas that you may need to trim down a little, especially right after the loss of your loved one, when everything about our world may really seem out of our control. The entire budgeting process helps us engage with our financial situation in a deliberate manner, and this can help enhance our feelings of self-control during this challenging time. In addition to having access to a spreadsheet like Excel or one in Google Docs, here are some more items that you might need, depending on your situation and which style or method of budgeting that you ultimately choose to use for yourself. Notepad, notebook, or large index cards. I highly recommend lined, colored index cards in a larger size. Pen, pencil, highlighters. Whiteout, a 2024 calendar. And make sure to have a calculator if you don't have or won't always have access to a spreadsheet. The next steps aren't nearly as much fun, but they are very necessary. And this is to start gathering your existing financial records. This includes things such as banking, investment accounts, and any debt information that you do know of. This will help provide you with a comprehensive overview of your current financial situation. It's also a great time to make sure that you do have the necessary details about all of your accounts, banking, checking, savings, and any joint accounts. This will include information such as the account numbers, passwords, and contact information for those financial institutions. Now it's time to start gathering up the rest of your financial records. So this could be things like loans, existing credit cards, and any insurance policies. Make sure to have your life, health, car, and property insurances handy. This is also a great time to begin thinking about those policy coverages and beneficiary details. Make sure that they are all up to date. And then, if you have any other financial obligations, make sure to gather the necessary information for those as well. It's a great time to note the current balances and any interest rates. Next, you'll want to start gathering all of your income details. You want to collect information on all of your sources of income, including salary, benefits, pensions, and any other financial support that might be applicable to your situation. This is also a great time to begin thinking about where you are going to keep all of this information so that it is always handy when you need it. It may be a desk or filing cabinet in your home office, or you may want to invest in a home safe to store all of those important documents. Next, you'll want to begin compiling a detailed list of your monthly expenses. You'll want to make sure that you have whatever is applicable to your situation. This can include things like your utility bills, entertainment bills, such as monthly subscriptions to things like Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus, Microsoft Office, Google, your mobile phone, your internet, and cable or satellite TV. There may also be monthly or yearly club membership fees, such as Sam's, Costco, and AARP. You'll also want to have some of your last grocery receipts, if at all possible. You'll want to get an average cost of what you spend per month on grocery. The same will also go for any car gas. Also, if you have travel expenses, such as bus or train fares, you'll want to have a cost for those as well. And other things may include things like gym memberships, or if you have children and they take any kind of lessons, such as music or karate, you'll want to know how much you spend per month on those items as well. As we wind down with listing all of the financial records, information, and documentation that you may need, one last thing is, do you have an existing emergency fund? If you do, document your current balance. If you don't have one, now's a great time to consider establishing it. Consider it a financial safety net for your future. At this point, you may be finding yourself thinking, wow, this could be a lot of information that you need to gather. It depends on the complexity of your life and finances, but don't stress or worry about it. Take your time and move gradually through getting all of your documents together. Remember, the advantage of this system is that it is flexible, customizable, and adjustable. It will change and grow with you throughout the year and if or when your financial landscape changes. Plus, you'll also be starting 2024 with all of those important documents and information readily available whenever you may need them. Remember, the process of setting up a budget is gradual. Taking these initial steps will help provide you with a solid foundation for managing your finances, both during this challenging time and well into the future. You'll be able to reflect on your short-term and long-term financial goals. You'll be able to prioritize these goals based on your immediate needs and your future aspirations. As we step into this new year, I hope that this video will help guide you and offer you practical insight as you learn to master the art of budgeting. Budgeting is an important aspect of rebuilding our lives after loss, and this financial strategy not only provides stability, but, I hope, will serve you as a beacon of empowerment and allow you to reclaim control over your financial narrative and your life after loss. It is okay if you can't pull all of your documents and information together in one day or sitting. Baby steps are often necessary as we journey through grief. Please be sure to like and subscribe so that you'll know when the next video, where I'll begin to show you the steps to take to put all of this together and create your own 2024 budget, is available. While I try to include a list of any needed materials or supplies, if I missed anything, please be sure to mention it in the comments section. I've been Sissy, and I am wishing you much hope, light, and love. Until the next time, my friend, take care.